What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Call of Cthulhu. So we're at Chapter 7, The Nameless Bookstore. So I guess we're about to find out about that dagger. The dagger that we used in the last episode to destroy the painting in that very awesome art gallery. So let's enter the madness.
Where is the bookseller?
Where is the bookseller? Well, since he's not here, let's just snoop around a little bit. Do detective stuff.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
This practical work, written by Sigmund Freud for a psychologist, describes the techniques of analytical interpretation of dreams. The analysis must follow several rules, especially that of free association, a principle announced by Freud at the end of the 19th century. It treats dreams as a way of revealing buried desires. I cannot believe that this theory is applicable to my nightmares. All these big words, guys, and obviously I can't read anything. So what else do we have? Nothing. Hey.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Another volume. Volume 4. The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. I'm just going to keep this for evidence. I keep everything for evidence. It's not stealing, guys. It's evidence. Is there anything else? Anything at all? Seeing a bunch of nothing. So this is a pretty cool bookstore. I've never been to a bookstore like this. It looks more like a Halloween bookstore. Halloween is over, guys. So sad. What's this? As precise and illustrated with as much detail as the first volume, this book focuses on healing surgery specific to malformations and motor disorders. Handbook on anatomy and dissection. Then I'm going to have to use my lamp for this so we can actually see stuff. Would you read the book? Of course, I'm going to read everything.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Hey, another pretty cool book. I want this book. This collection catalogs and classifies creatures I had never heard of. Divinities from the stars, creatures capable of traveling from one dimension to another. It presents itself as the reference work on the bestiary of the myth, or bestiary of the myth, without giving details on the mythology to which it refers. Its pages are covered with phantasmagorical illustrations. It's a pretty sweet book. I want that book. Uh-oh, I heard something moving. Hello, is anybody home?
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
These Tibetan writings are the origin of the esoteric movement founded by Helena Blavatsky at the end of the 19th century. The creator of Theosophy would have drawn extensively on the text of this work, but no one has ever been able to consult them. I thought they didn't exist. This book, discovered in the Nameless Bookstore on Darkwater, could be as much a fake as irrefutable proof of Blavatsky's sincerity. Oh yeah, another book. Even a few years back, it was possible for a single practitioner to know all the medical knowledge of his time. This book, which concludes the series, shows that this is now virtually impossible. About 10 renowned doctors took part in putting together this collection. I'm in a bookstore and I can't even read. My medicine knowledge is going up. I'm practically a doctor, guys. Hey, another book. History of Darkwater, Volume 2. A Puritan colony led by Reverend John Wickwood settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. So I think this room is pretty much covered. I don't think we went back here yet. Should we crouch? Take a look in here. Nope. Bunch of nothing. Alright, let's go to the back rooms. Well, let's not go into this room yet. Let's go into this far room.
What happened here?
Reconstruction time.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from?
I guess they broke in from right here.
Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Yeah. Amateur work. Come on. They obviously don't know how to break into a place. So every time I've had to open a locked door, I've always slid like a credit card or something, you know, between the little slit, you know, this little slit right here. And it just pops right open. And it's easy. I've gotten so good at it. Not because I'm a robber.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
How do you know? How do you know it's somebody tall? I guess because they have big feet. Listen, big feet don't always mean that they're tall. Big feet means something else, though, and I've got the largest feet you ever seen.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
What a clumsy fool. Is he looking around? What was he looking for? Hey. Yeah, obviously very clumsy. I didn't see that a second ago. And there's nothing back here. So I guess he didn't go back here. He didn't go into this room. So maybe he went into this room. Yep. Okay, we got a couple clues.
What killed all these animals?
Those dead rats. Jeez.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
I wonder if there's a secret behind this painting. Ooh, now. Demonetized. It's just art, guys.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Look, it's the symbol. It's like the symbol on the safe from Dark Corners of the Earth.
What the? Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Jeez.
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
But what? What's this? Can we not look at that?
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
It's all Sarah Hawkins. Is there anything else? I guess not. And we are in this room. But before we explore in this room any longer, let's go back to the room that we're in. Wow, there's so many clues in there. Whoa. Look at all this clues, all these new clues.
Things are not looking good.
Things are not looking good. All right. Let's turn on some light. Let's shed some light on the situation.
A kind of chalice.
This goblet seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stone. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the waters surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because up till then, the region was a favored refuge for cetaceans. I don't know how to say that word. In 1847, after months of pursuit, Scylla returns to port with a gigantic creature on board. His crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. So it looks like we have one of these things here. It's wanting me to open the safe, but I'm afraid. Hey. I'm just afraid that I will lose some clues. We need a lot of clues. So let's do a quick search around again just to make sure we've gotten everything. Hey. What?
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Yes, we should perhaps listen to them. Good thing I went back there. Maybe I should go listen to those, whatever those things are. Those rolls.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Okay.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Alright, let's go into this room. Search around in here. Anything? Anything anywhere? We could open that. Or not. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, it wants us to open it. But not right now.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Sold for $2,053. This key that bears the Elder Sign. Okay, it's the Elder Sign. The key of Relia that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch, whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones, were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from the last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the day of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Yep, no one can sleep, bro. The least that can be said about this book is that its title is well conceived. The illustrations of human anatomy and dissection methods presented are illustrated in great detail. You have to have a strong heart or the detachment proper to doctors to consult its pages. What are you saying? Doctors have a detachment issues? Oh.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Okay, so we haven't even tried to open the safe yet. But I guess we're going to find out the combination. A page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality, in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother, if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its content into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of the safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you'll be able to appreciate the danger that this represents and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. Are we done reading? I mean, I know I'm in a bookstore, but come on. So there's 4 white chess pieces on the board. Maybe that means something?
The chalice of knowledge.
And how many rubies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rubies. So 5, 4, and 9? Since he said volume 9. 5, 4, and 9. I don't know. Seems like it'd be more complicated than that. 5, 4, and 9. Nope. He said those of us that are left standing. So there's 3 standing other than the queen. There's 3 standing to protect the queen. Okay, so 3, 5, 3, and 9. Since he said volume 9. Let's try that out. 5, 3, and 9. 5, 3, and 9. Hey.
This man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Okay, so we're playing as Colden now. Call Dr. Fuller. Has he been drugged? Examine the patient. Regarding the patient.
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
Okay, I must see his medical file. Tell me about his symptoms. Where is he from?
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down, his skin losing its color, his body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will.
Oh, let's see his where is he from?
I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told. After inhaling chemicals.
I guess that's it. I guess I know
That'll
enough.
do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Has he been drugged?
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
I'm just going to examine him. I don't really want to call Dr. Fuller.
Very well. I'll examine him.
Let's examine. I'm a doctor.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
Need to get him some water.
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Something in his belly. It seems like he's dying right there on the spot. State of his limbs is worrisome. I don't really want to say he's got something in his belly.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
All right, something in his belly. Let's go with
I see
dehydrated.
signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
He's changing into a fish.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
His body is
I
mutating.
almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
Symptoms are worrisome. I've never seen anything like this. You're turning him into a monster.
His limbs? His body temperature? I don't know what experiments you've undertaken, but this is going too far.
Oh, I sense some excitement beneath your indignation. Could it be you wish to join me in my scientific endeavors?
You are a brilliant physician, Dr. Fuller, but this man has the attributes of some kind of animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
If I just pop you in the back of the head.
What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Hidden files. Nobody mentioned crimes for now. Stay out of this.
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Maybe I shouldn't trust her. Well then.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Alright, let's just look around. Not seeing anything. Do I have a light? No light. It's not like I need it. Just looking around. I'm a doctor playing detective.
Doctor, please. My chest.
Yes.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
His feet. His feet are changing colors. Doctor. You just looking at it? Yes. I like this. I like this a lot. Just look at it. This glass full of liquid. Very nice. Man. Such a big area.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
What is that in the fireplace? That is pretty crazy looking.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What happened there? You tell me about it another time. The bootleggers.
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Alright. So my main objective is to get into Fuller's office.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
How? How did he save his kidney? Save her kidney? He's an extraordinary doctor indeed.
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room.
Okay.
Not where I expected to find it.
Yeah. Thought maybe you would pick it up, but nope. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I might just be moving around too quick.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Yes, we should definitely find a cause. Oh, I bet we will find the cause. Why is everybody not able to sleep?
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Keep taking care of him. I don't know what more we can do. This patient has been mistreated.
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
Okay. I don't know if that affects anything. Should've just been like, well, you could just... It's time to put the old dog to rest. Time to put him to sleep. Alright, everybody. I'm out. Just put all the patients to sleep so we have more time to work on other stuff. So I think we'll continue this on the next episode. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that bell so you actually get notified when I upload. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.